So thanks everyone of you for joining us. My name is Osuta Nwajufo, and I'm the founder of NIPCA. NIPCA stands for Nigerian IT Professionals in Canada. It's a community started 4 years ago with a simple vision. And that vision is to create a platform where Black professionals, then the original plan was Nigerians, where they will come together, network, collaborate, learn from one another, through job referrals, mentorship, and so many other, when you have a community, you are seeing people that look like you. They're able to understand where you are coming from. They understand your story, right? So that is the essence of the community. And today, NIPCA have done tremendous work within the community, supporting so many professionals. So many master classes have been bettered, and of course, so many have been able to get jobs through mentorship, job referrals, and just name it. So many. Of course, it makes sense that as we make progress as an ecosystem, at some point we had to bet another ecosystem which focuses on tech capability building. And that is what Black Tech is all about. Because you see, obviously, NIPCA and Black Tech, they are sisters. While NIPCA now focuses more on community, supporting the community, not just Nigerians now, because we have Indians and other races within the community. Black Tech primary focus is to fight underemployment through capability building. And that is why we've set out with 11 great programs today. You check out Black Tech website, you see all tech programs, from business analysis to data analysis to cybersecurity to to cloud computing to Python programming, just name it. And it is no longer news. Every month we record average of 20 jobs. Every month, average. These are individuals that never believed in themselves before. All of a sudden, 3 months and a half, you see them 6-figure jobs. A lot of possibilities. Some of us might want to go to college. College is good. But sometimes when you don't go school plenty, at some point you need to begin to ask yourself, all the schools where I don't go, how is it really translating to what is coming into my pocket? For us, most immigrants are already educated. What they need is to understand their transferable skills and how they can translate those transferable skills into tech job that aligns to their skill. That is it. I've talked about a guy that was a RICO in the bank, resident internal controller, working in Saskatchewan as a security guard. 3 years in Canada. This guy was even promoted at some point to senior security guard. Security guard, a manager back home, but in Canada, security guard. But when this guy was counseled, he understands that, hey, in cybersecurity, for instance, we have GRC and some other aspect of cybersecurity that deals with governance, risk, compliance. Because the guy said in his mind, he was thinking that everything in cybersecurity is technical, is programming. That was why he didn't even venture into it. After 3 months program, a month after 3 months program, he got a job. Today he's working with RBC as a cybersecurity analyst. 3 years as security guard, his life got transformed literally after 4 months within Black Tech ecosystem. So when we talk about miracle, miracles happen here, miracles. Because there's no miracle than when somebody that is earning 40, 50K is now earning 100 and something thousand. When you do, you have more capability. You can touch the life of your immediate family and extended family. Which miracle is more than that? So what I'm trying to say to us is we are much more as Black people. Stop discounting yourself. All the skills you've got, you can leverage them. You can leverage those skills and get into those areas that pay very well. Sometimes you have to park passion by the corner if that passion is not paying. Okay? I think I've said this so much already. But the essence of this is to ginger us, get us thinking, and of course, help us to, set the tone, and also help us to be sure that we are all moving in the right direction. We have so many challenges with the Black community, and these challenges, I believe, they are challenges that can all be surmounted as a people. So that is the essence of all this conversation, to get us thinking. So one thing I'm going to do right now, because I'm seeing so many one-on-one chats coming my way, I've just dropped a link now. That link takes you to Black Tech upcoming programs. You go into that link, you see all the upcoming programs. September is a busy month for us, as many programs are starting in September. From business analysis to data analysis to cybersecurity to just name it. Go in there, look at the different programs, and register for the one that interests you. You need a call, there's a phone number there for you to call, and the operations team will respond to you. Go in there and see which of these programs. All these programs have capability of $100,000 plus as remuneration. So if you're underemployed, you have no reason to be underemployed after today. Okay, so let me stop here now. The main topic today is Power BI. Many of us have seen Power BI in action. Some of us might have not. Just like I mentioned, you can become a guru in Power BI and still earn six-figure jobs. In my company today, I have a guy, he's a data analyst, but he doesn't touch the database. He doesn't. There is a separate team that handles database and all that. What this guy does more is about Power BI, helping departments to make sense of the issues they are having, extracting data from the ERP system, and of course, using Power BI to create dashboards for them. That's what this guy is doing. And the guy is earning six-figure. $110,000. That's what the guy is earning. This is what the guy does. Power BI, Excel. He doesn't even touch SQL because the company have got a different department that handles database. So what am I trying to say? Even as a data analyst, don't say you must have all the skills before you start applying. You are good in Excel, you are good in Power BI, please start the application process. Anything is possible, and you can land those jobs. Okay? Having said this, we've got a great and fantastic faculty. It's also one of the faculties at Black Tech Data Analytics School. Our data analytics program, we have 4 faculties. 1, taking Excel, Power BI, Python, and SQL. So we've got a great guy. We call him Mr. Excel. The student call him Mr. Excel. He's very proficient when it comes to Excel, very proficient when it comes to Power BI, right? You wake him up in the middle of the night, he's able to dissect all this for you. Tonight, we want to go through practical session on Power BI so that all of us here will be able to really understand how Power BI can be utilized. And that also can help you to make sense, to begin to see that these things are not rocket science. Okay? It's going to be a practical session, and we have a data sample that has been shared. I'm not sure how many of us have got that data sample. If you have got it, open your laptop and open that particular data sample. If you have got the data sample, can I see your hands up? It was shared on our Telegram group. And for those that don't have it, we might probably share it via this chat as well. I can see maybe some have not got it. 1 second. Just give me a sec. Let me see if I can share it now. Just give me 1 second. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see if I can share this now here. 1 second. Okay, I think what is going to happen, just let me see. Okay, so the link attachment is not showing here. 1 second. Dropbox. So what I will encourage you now to do is this now opportunity for you to join the Telegram group. We have the link on the Telegram. If you have not joined the Telegram, please go and join right now. It takes less than 30 seconds. Join so that you will be able to see the link. Join the Telegram group. by going to Black Tech website, choose a program that you want. Just any program that you think interests you. It's not free, but again, it's a pathway to get into the Telegram group. So once you get in there, you will see the link, the data sample on the Telegram. Once you complete the form, you see a message that will show you the Telegram link. Click on the link, then join into the Telegram group. Once you're in Telegram, you see the data sample so that you can pick it from there. Okay. Yeah, I think we are good. So let me take just a few questions before we get Mr. Excel. Christiana, you've got a question?
I don't.
I have a question.
Okay, one second. Yeah, just 1 second. Okay. Now what we are going to do as well is to meet everybody because of noise at the background. So we're going to meet everybody right now. Then of course, if you have questions, use the reaction button to raise your hands. 1 second. I think that would be the right strategy. Okay, so everybody's muted right now. 1 second. So let's make the faculty a co-host. Okay, great, fantastic. So let's move now to questions. JZ, I'm gonna please go straight to the point with your question, and then we can make progress right away. JZ, please, your question, please.
No, I didn't have any question. It was in relation to you saying those who were
okay.
Yes, just raise their hands. Yeah.
Okay, that is fine. Okay, I think that has been addressed. Okay. The data sample is on Telegram, so once you get into Telegram, you'll be able to pick that up. Okay. So let's get to Richard. Richard, you have a question? Feel free to unmute yourself. Richard. Richard, are you there? Okay, Richard. Richard.
Yes, I don't have any question, please.
Okay, you don't. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that nobody have got question. We're gonna come to where questions will not be taken. All right, Mr. Excel, are you set? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so please feel free to take it away. High level, probably you have the deck. You can just probably 2 or 3 slides talk about Power BI. Business intelligence, how Power BI is used, blah blah blah. Then of course we want to make this class more practical. So after that, let's kind of delve into the hands-on side of things. All right, please feel free to take it away.
Okay, just a minute then. Okay, all right. Good evening, everyone. So I believe you can hear me, everybody.
Yes,
my name is Mr. Excel. So my actual name is Akerele Oluwashogun, popular known as Mr. Excel. I'm now Microsoft Excel trainer, also Power BI. So I train companies and individuals on data analytics using Microsoft Excel and also using Power BI. So Mr. Osita have said it all, that data analysis skills, so it's one of the skills that can put you on top of your career, you understand? So if you understand how to use Excel, Power BI, Python, Tableau, and all those things, it will really help you. The world is about data now. So company needs someone that understands data, someone that can analyze the data, clean data, and get insight from the data. So we check all the jobs, mostly in Canada, in US, UK. So most of the job is on data analytics. So if you have that skills, it will go a long way to help your career path as a professional. So last year we'll be doing this. We have a lot of students that registered for the cohort at Black Tech. So it's really a lot of people in Canada. So the testimony that are all there, even on YouTube, people are doing very well. So I have a lot of students that they also get post-training support from the Black Tech. So they help them to get job, internship, and people are doing very well. So it's an opportunity for you to register so that you can get a better opportunity in Canada. So tonight we are going to look at one of the tools for data analytics, which is the Power BI. Power BI means Microsoft Business Intelligence. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the interface of the Power BI, how it look like. So it's one of the tools for data analytics. We call it Power BI. which means Microsoft Business Intelligence. So we have different tools for data analytics. We have Microsoft Excel, we have Power BI, we have Tableau, we have Python, we also have the SQL. SQL means structure query language. So which is also one of the tools for data analytics. So if you register for the cohort, these are the courses that you are going to learn. Majorly we used to start from Microsoft Excel, but now we just want to show you the power of how Power BI is being used for data analytics. Most companies require you to understand Excel, they require you to understand Power BI, they also require you to know how to use SQL. Some companies need more than that. They want someone that can also understand Python or Tableau. So depending on the company requirement. So I believe we have the Excel file and you also have the Power BI downloaded on your system. So for the Power BI, we have two types. We have the Power BI desktop, which is the free version and which we are going to be using for the training. We also have the Power BI's online service. That one is the paid version of the Power BI. So the difference between the online version and the Power BI desktop is this. For the desktop, you won't be able to publish your report online. So what I'm saying is that if you design your report, after you have created your report on the Power BI, you just send it as an attachment, as a file, the way you send your Excel file, because you are using the desktop Power BI. But if you're using the online, you can publish your report to the cloud. So all you need to do is to share a link. Anybody can have access to your report 24/7 without having to download Power BI. But if you're using the Power BI as a desktop, you need to send the report as an attachment. So we're going to look at the Power BI desktop. When you open the Power BI desktop, you see this interface. So this is the interface for the Power BI. This will have our interface. So Power BI is majorly used for visualization and reporting. So it's Power BI for visualization and reporting. Visualization and reporting. Before we learn the tools, what do you understand by the word data analytics? Data analytics is a very popular word on Google. Data analytics is the process of extracting insight from data. Data analytics is the process of extracting insight from data, which help company to make an informed business decision. Data analytics is the process of extracting insight from data, which help company to make an informed business decision. When company is making decision, they use what we call evidence-based decision making. That one is coming from the point of your report, from the point of your analysis. We call it evidence-based. So what we use mostly is what we call perception-based, which is based on your opinion, which may not be true. So company doesn't care about your feelings. You can't be in the meeting with the board of directors and you are saying that you feel that in the next 5 years, the company is going to make $5 billion. They will ask you, where is your data? How do you know? So because that one is based on feeling, how you feel at that moment, that's why you make that statement. But the evidence-based decision making is from your point of your analysis. Maybe you've gathered your sales data over the year for the past 3 years, and you are seeing the trend, how the company have been making their revenue for the past 3 years. That can give you the confidence of saying that, oh, based on this analysis, the company is going to make 5 billion in the next 5 years. Everybody, they won't argue with you because we are seeing the report ourselves. We are seeing the data. We can see the trend, how the company have been making their revenue. So what we are focusing on, what we are doing data analytics is what we call evidence-based decision making. So we call it data analytics. It's a process of extracting insight from data. So
Mr. Excel, 1 second.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Are you able to use the deck?
Okay, let me share the deck so that
just share the deck so that it's more visual to them,
okay.
especially for the very, very newbies in our midst. Then of course you can just explain some of those, and once that is done, we now move into the practical side of things.
Okay, that's 1 minute.
Yeah, excellent. No, this is not the deck. You don't have the
Just hold on a minute.
okay.
So I thought we are going to the practical aspect directly before.
No, if you have it there, put it out.
Mm.
Yeah, that will help. We always want to treat everyone like a baby.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Then the experts in the house, please forgive us. I know there are some that already, they have developed some expertise already, but yeah, it's always great to carry everybody along, especially the newbies. This was also similar to the SQL program that started as well. Some were able to, even support others that were about to get their hang on SQL, which was great. But it also makes sense that those that are just starting out, of course, fully understand. When you say select this from this, what is the meaning of select? What is the meaning of? So that was what we did in the last class. That was very, very impactful for many, where they began to understand, some of these DML statements, what they are, how to use them, and all that. So even for you that you're already an expert, trust me, think about it more like a refresher, right? You are trying to refresh yourself. But for those that are brand new, it's also an opportunity for you to now, listen very well and be able to grab this. Okay? Yeah, please. Again, the things you've explained, there's no point going back into it. Just kind of push forward, okay?
Okay, thank you. So I've explained the word data analytics, which I said is the essential process of transforming data into insight for making better decision or improvement to the businesses. So company use your report to make what we call informed business decision. So who is a data analyst? A data analyst is someone who uses technical skills to analyze data and report insight. A data analyst is someone who uses technical skills to analyze data and report insights. So on a typical day, a data analyst may use the following skills: SQL to pull data from a database, Excel skill to analyze that data, Power BI skill to visualize the data, communication skill to report their findings. However, which skills are the most important to land a data analyst job? So these are, you can see that what you do as a data analyst, you use your SQL to pull data from your database, your Excel to analyze the data, your Power BI to visualize the data, and your communication skill to report your findings. So as a data analyst, you also learn how to interpret your report. Nobody cares about your fancy charts, all those column charts. You must tell them what is behind those charts. What are those charts communicating to the company? You understand? That's the whole essence of we analyzing the data. So here are the 8 most important data analysis skills. Number 1, data cleaning and preparation. As a data analyst, you spend 80 to 85% of your time on data cleaning and preparation. Most time when you import data from the web or from another ERP, the data comes as unstructured or unclean. You need to learn how to clean that data. Secondly, data analysis and exploration. So we have statistical knowledge, creating data visualization, creating dashboard and reports, writing and communication, your domain knowledge and problem solving. Domain knowledge means the knowledge of the industry that you are going to. If you are going to in an health industry or medical industry, you should be able to understand what kind of reports are they generating. If you are going to HR analytics, you should be able to understand everything about HR. What kind of reports are you going to be generating, or what kind of data are you going to be analyzing as an HR data analyst, So look at there's a man called Ronald Coase. Look at what he said quickly. He said, if you store your data long enough, it's going to confess. What he's talking about, I mean, if you take time to study your data, if you take time to analyze the data, you are going to get information from your data. So if you take time to study the data, as I said, if you store your data long enough, it's not talking about you slapping or beating your data. So it's talking about you analyzing that data so that you can get insight from the data. So when we're talking about data, we have 2 types of data. Basically, we have the unstructured data. So the first one is called structure, and the second one is called the unstructured data. So the structured data, these are data that reside in a fixed feed within a record or a file. These are data that reside in a fixed feed within a record or a file. Example, the one that you have on your spreadsheet. I'm talking about your Microsoft Excel spreadsheet or your Google Sheet. and also the one we have on relational databases. They are called structured data. Such type of data is always easier for us to analyze such type of data because they're already in the table in the Excel or in a Google sheet. We call it structured data. The second one is called the unstructured type. So these are data that does not have a predefined data model or is not organized in a predefined manner. So example are untagged data, data from your sensors and imaging and audios. All those pictures on your phone, those videos that you're posting online, they are part of the unstructured. Videos from CCTV camera, videos from maybe from your phone or from your laptop, they are called unstructured. So these are the data that does not have a predefined model or they are not organized. We call it unstructured data. So there's something we call big data analytics. You should hear the word big data analytics. So big data is the terms applied to the fast moving large volume of information available in the digital era. So because of the massive volume of both structured and the unstructured data, we call them big data because of their volume. And I said worldwide, about 2.5 quadrillion bytes of data is created every 24 hours. So worldwide right now, 2.5 quadrillion bytes of data is created every 24 hours. And these are the data from your post to social media site. A lot of people are online now. They're on Facebook right now, posting videos or pictures or posting content on Facebook. Maybe they are doing Facebook Live. So a lot of things they are posting. Also your digital pictures and videos, all those pictures, videos that you made with your phone, they are still part of this big data. Also your internet chatter, that means your WhatsApp chat, your Instagram chat, your Facebook Messenger chat, they are part of what made up this big data. We also have your device-derived data from your GPS or your Google Map, your cell phone GPS signals, and also your purchase transaction of record and many more. So some company, when you buy anything, you have to come up with your receipt. Even if you are buying biscuits, you must come up with the receipt because of the auditor. They are part of what we call big data. They are called what we call big data. So when you're talking about all this data, we have big data, structure, unstructured. So we all need the particular tools to analyze such type of data. That is where Power BI comes in. Power BI comes in. And what is Power BI? I said Power BI is called Microsoft Business Intelligence, and it's one of the tools for data analytics. I said business intelligence is consolidated tools that uses several technology and application to help analyze and investigate data and information to find useful insight that can prove to be beneficial for any organization. So why business intelligence? Business intelligence is a critical tool for current organization. Great progress made in technological field now give organizations approaches to analyze and investigate data and information like they were never able to do in the past. So in the past, companies make decisions based on feelings, based on opinions, based on imagination. Most time they get it wrong, which may not be true. But now they use what we call evidence-based decision making. They can forecast what will happen in the next 3 years or in the next 5 years. They can also investigate what happened in the past. We call that one descriptive analytics. It's talking about what happened in the past. We can ask several questions like, how are we making our sales in the past 3 years? Who are the best customers for the past 5 years? Who are the best salesperson? So we can use Power BI to analyze or investigate this particular data of what happened in the past. So we have a lot of tools, like I mentioned earlier on, but the one we are focusing tonight is on the Power BI. Power BI. So on the Power BI, we have what we call building blocks in the Power BI. Your building block, just like when you are building in a house, you need a lot of materials. You are building in a house. You need cement, you need block, you need sand, sharp sand, you need water. So the same thing with the Power BI. So what are the things that we need as a building block in Power BI? We have the visualization, your data sets, your reports, your dashboard, and your tiles. So I'm going to look at those building blocks when we are dealing with the Power BI now. So these are called building blocks in the Power BI. So I'm going to close the presentation. You can quickly ask your question before we go to the practical session of the training. Just drop your question for me through the chat box quickly. So I want your feedback. Just drop your question through the chat box. If you have any question, quickly drop it. So before we start the practical aspect of the training. Omana, do you have any question for me, Richard, Christina, Michael?
Yeah, so if you have a question, just use the reaction button to raise your hand.
Okay,
we can also allow you to unmute yourself as well.
Someone raise up his hand. Chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. So let's go to EK. EK, are you there? Okay, let's move quickly to Shaq. Shaq, you've got a question?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. I'm still trying to get a Telegram, but when I click on the link, I've applied to the NIPCA page and I've also applied to one of the programs. But when I click on the link, it doesn't take me to the Telegram page. I try to search on my phone as well. It's also not working. So I don't know if there's another way you can help to get the Excel.
So do you have Telegram on your phone?
Yes, I do.
So why is the link not working? It should work because it's a hyperlink. Once you click, it should be able to open. Right? Many have joined. As I'm speaking to you now, others are joining, right? So you want to retry that again?
All right, I'll do that. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Let's move quickly. Christiana, unmute yourself, please.
Okay, thank you, Sita. I wanted to know if there is a link or how we can download the Power BI or something.
You mean how to download the data file or the Power BI itself?
The Power BI itself. I have downloaded the data.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the Power BI, you just go through your Microsoft Store. That way your laptop is connected to the internet. Go to the Microsoft Store on your Windows. So when you get there, you see search button, type Microsoft Power BI Desktop, or you just type Power BI Desktop. So from there, you just follow the instruction to download it.
Can you click on your search? Demonstrate it so that they see what you're saying, please.
So just go to your type search.
Okay.
And type Microsoft Store there. Just like your Play Store, you understand, Apple Store.
Okay.
So you see this one now, just click on search and type Power BI Desktop.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're welcome. So can all see my screen, everybody? When you type Power BI Desktop, so just put desktop so that you can download the free version. So you can see the Power BI Desktop. So you click on it.
Can you stop? Just stop it. Oh, okay, you've clicked already.
Okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I want to make sure that everybody follow the steps.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to believe, guys, you've been able to get the Power BI, right? It's free. So you just go to your search, then go to your Microsoft store. Then Power BI is two words. Power space BI.
Desktop.
Then desktop. So you can get it from there, okay? Okay, great. So let's go quickly to the next person. Hope Adam, you have a question?
So, yes. So I was trying to log into to sign up for the Power BI. I think it's requesting for my email, and I have an Outlook account email, but when I enter that, it says I should put in a work email. I don't know how.
Okay, have you downloaded the Power BI before?
This is the first time, so I'm just trying to set it up. And it's requesting for a work email.
Once you download the Power BI, you don't need to sign up with the emails. So the one you downloaded is Power BI Desktop, right?
Yes, desktop. And it's asking me to sign.
Don't click on that sign. Just click on. Just close the yellow slash. Let me reopen the Power BI so that you can see what I'm talking about. Just a minute.
Or I can just do. I'll sign in later.
Yes, just don't sign in. Just close the yellow slash. When you open it, you're asking for emails. You don't have to sign in. You understand? Because the one you are doing, you are using is the free version of the Power BI. So you're not using license for that. So I'm trying to open my own Power BI so you can see the screen. So the other person can ask their question while I'm trying to open the Power BI.
Okay, that is fine. Then let's go to Abimbola. Abimbola, you've got a question?
Yes, I do. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, please go ahead, please.
All right. So I've been trying to get the data file, but it's not anywhere. I'm actually on the Telegram group. I've been a member all this while, but it's not there. Can someone please post it to the Telegram group now so I can get it from there?
Is there? Can you
That's my
go? Just go, you see. I posted it. It's shared by Remy. Can you just go to Telegram right now? You'll see the
Yeah,
data
I'm on
file.
Telegram.
So what can you see? What is the last thing you're able to see?
The last thing I see is from UN saying that you're invited to join.
No. So that is NIPCA. So Black Tech has got a Telegram group.
Okay, Black Tech. All right, thank you. I get it now.
Yes.
Thank
Go
you.
to Black Tech Hub. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go quickly to Ejiro.
Okay, before Ejiro asks that question, look at what I'm talking about now. If you look at my screen, can see this when you open the Power BI, you have this yellow slash. You understand? So when you also have this yellow slash, you don't have to just post the yellow slash. Click on this close. When you click on the close, you take it to the Power BI desktop directly. So you don't have to sign it again. So Ejiro, you can ask your question quickly.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to download the Power BI desktop. I saw download. Under it, I saw advanced download options. What do I click? Just click download?
Just click on download and follow the other instruction quickly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, fantastic. So just 3 more questions, guys, and we'll move straight to the practical phase. Arinza, please go for it. Arinza, are you there?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you. I just want to know, apart from Power BI and Tableau, is there any other popular tool for data visualization?
Power BI and Tableau are the most popular visualization tools. You understand? We also have one called Looker by Google. So it's used for Google Analytics. You understand? But one that is very popular is Power BI and Tableau. But Power BI is more popular than the Tableau because of the free version. You understand? But these are the 2 most popular.
Yeah. Then another thing as well is that some organization might have home built system as well.
Yes, the BI.
So you might get into an organization and they might not even be using Power BI and Tableau, although it's rare, but it's a possibility. It could be homegrown, right? Developed in-house, and of course, they're able to use it.
Yes, some call with SAP or SAP too. They have their BI inbuilt.
Yeah,
SAP. Yeah.
Exactly. So there are some other systems, CRM systems, ERP systems that have got inbuilt visualization tool. Like in SAP, for example, we have SAP Business Warehouse. We have SAP Business Intelligence.
Yes.
So all these are also visualization tools within the SAP framework. The same thing applies to Salesforce and some other CRM as well. Okay. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Guys, I think we need to move straight into the practical phase. Let's get Precious. Precious, you have a question?
Yes, I still can't access the data because I tried to click on the join link and it said link has expired. So I don't know if I'm the one having this issue, but I can't join the Telegram group right now.
So can you look at the chat? An admin have sent the Telegram link on the chat. Please, can you follow the link? Yes, please, on the chat. That should sort you out.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Quickly, let's get to Ezekiel. Ezekiel, you have a question? Ezekiel.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm new here, and okay, I've just seen the link. I was trying to ask of how to get to the Telegram.
So you are good now, right? Okay, good. Yeah, fantastic. So guys, if you are good, please bring your hands down, okay? So that we know those that are still having questions, please. If you have asked question or your question have been answered already, kindly bring your hands down, please, okay? Gideon, you've got some questions? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, go for it, please.
Right. Thank you very much for the opportunity given me. I'm very much grateful. Sincerely speaking, I've started data cyber security analysis with on Coursera with IBM. Can I still register for any of your programs, or I should finish with that course and then come to your end?
So it depends on your vision, it depends on your career trajectory. What are you trying to achieve? You are doing cybersecurity right now, cybersecurity,
Yep.
then of course you're also interested in data analytics. What I always tell professionals is to first of all understand what you are trying to accomplish. Once you do, then you focus on one. Focus on one and be able to achieve success out of it before you delve into another one. Because IT is broad, so that you don't start cybersecurity, you stop on the way, you rush to data analytics, maybe while you are doing it, you have DevOps, you stop on the way, you move. There's a lady that did something similar. She has done DevOps 2 months, somewhere, she had to, stop, start cybersecurity somewhere 1 month, she had to stop. Why? At the end of the day, somebody gave her my number, she called me and we spoke. Today, she has a clear-cut career pathway where she now understands this is what I need to do. So for you, what do you want to achieve? That is the question at the end of the day, right? And of course, the program you are doing in Coursera as well is also very important to ensure that it is rich enough and focus on job. Some programs are for educational purposes, just to educate you with knowledge. That is where we still have so many professionals after certain trainings, they still lack the confidence to get a job. Why? Because there are gaps in the training they have gone through. For example, business analysis. So many professionals today so we've done business analysis training, but yet no job. Why? Some of the trainings are deficient in terms of content. For example, in Black Tech, instead of 6 weeks or 9 weeks, our program is 3 months. From theory to practical to project. Then, of course, resume review, interview. By the time you are done, your confidence level skyrockets. That helps you to get a job. So you need to also understand the program you are doing. Let's not do program because it's free, that you just want to do. You need to understand, what do I want to achieve? Okay? So if you think you need more insight or guidance, you can reach out to me after the program. Okay?
Okay,
all right.
Sure. Thank you very much.
No problem. So let's move quickly. Mr. Excel, I think let's get straight into the practical session right now. For anyone that have question, please, we'll come back to those questions after the practical session. So what we want you to do is, the assumption is everybody have got their Power BI. We have explained this like over and over, how you need to get your Power BI by clicking on search, Microsoft Store, then you type in Power BI desktop. Get it? Then, of course, we also talked about how to get the data file, which has been shared on Telegram. So let's get straight into the practical side of things. Once you are done, or when you get to a particular point, then we can now take more questions. But the idea is to allow you to flow so that everybody understands exactly how these things can be done. Okay, please take it away.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all right. I believe everybody have the Power BI desktop downloaded on their system, and I also believe that you have the Excel file on your system also. So I'll be sharing my screen quickly so that we can start the class immediately. So I believe you can all see my screen. So can you all see my screen? So I believe you can all see the screen now. So we are looking how to use Power BI. So we're going to look at how Power BI works quickly. So Power BI is a process called ETL process. It's called ETS process, ETL. So ETL means extraction, transformation, and load. So the letter E means to extract, and letter T means to transform, and the letter L means to load. So when you open your Power BI, you have this interface, just like your Excel interface. Let me quickly explain the interface quickly. If you can see my cursor, this white part, I'm moving my cursor around it now, is called the report canvas. That is where you build your report, your dashboard on the Power BI. It's called report canvas. Just like your Microsoft Excel, we also have what we call tab ribbons or tab ribbons, depending how you pronounce it. You understand? We have our home tab, insert, modeling, view, and help. These are the buttons you use to navigate your Power BI environment. Just like your phone. On your phone, you have medias that will take you to your pictures or your videos. You have contacts, you have gallery. The same thing with the Power BI. These are the buttons that you use to navigate your Power BI environment. So on this left-hand side, on the Power BI, you can see there are 3 buttons on this left-hand side. That place is called your view selector. It's called view selector. The first button here is called the report view. The second button is called the data view. And the last button is called the models. So I'll mention that one briefly. When you register for the full program, you understand the in-depth of those buttons. So on the right-hand side, you can see we have filter. These filters, these are the buttons that you use to filter your report based on criteria. Maybe you want to find the top 10 best salesperson, the top 10 product that you are selling most. You use the filter button to do that. We also have the visualization panes. Visualization panes. These are the place where you have all the visuals on the Power BI. Visual means chart. The one we call graph those days in primary school, secondary school, all those your graph. You know, remember our graph book those days. So it's called visuals. So we have more visuals in the Power BI than the Excel. So Excel is kind of limited in terms of chart. But in the Power BI, you have a lot of visuals than the Excel. You can see, you don't need to cram anything when you're learning all those tools. Just understand how they work. I don't have people cramming in my class. You can see each of these visuals have their name. You can see the first one is called the stack bar chart. We have the stack column chart. So when you are working, just try and read whatever you are clicking on. So that place is called your visualization panes. We also have this button that looks like a painter. So you can see it's showing the hand brush. That place is called format painter. That is where you format your report. And here we also have our field. Whenever you load your data into the Power BI, it comes under the field. All your table come under the field on the Power BI. So in the Power BI, you can load data from different sources on the Power BI, from the web, from the Excel workbook, from PDF, from SQL, a lot of places that you can load your data from. So quickly, let's go to our home tab. Under the home tab, you will see a button called Get Data. So let's click on the Get Data. You can see it will show us different sources where we can get our data from. You can see we have Excel workbook, Power BI data set, Power BI data flow, data vars, SQL server. So we have a lot of sources where you can load your data from. But we are focused tonight is on the Excel workbook. We want to load our data from an Excel workbook. So quickly click on the Excel workbook. So it will take you to your device, that means your laptop. Go and look for that file I sent to you, sample data or data sample. I've seen the file is called data sample. Click on the data sample where you downloaded it and click on open. So it's connecting to the data sample now. So it will take us to what we call navigator. You can see the word navigator there. So on the navigator, you now see your data. To now see your data, just check the box on this left-hand side. It will now show your data preview on the right-hand side. That means it will let you see how the data look like before you move into the Power Query for data transformation. Like I told you, as a data analyst, you clean your data first. You spend time on data cleansing before you start the analysis. So on the right-hand side, we can see the preview of the data. So this data need a lot of transformation. As you are looking at it, the data is unclean. So you now click at the bottom. You should have 3 buttons at the bottom. You have the load, transform data, and we have the cancel. So we are going to click on the transform data. Everybody click on your transform data. So it's going to take you to the Power Query editor. So it will take your data to the Power Query editor for transformation. So I'm going to reshare my screen so that you can show the Power Query editor quickly. So are we all on the Power Query editor, everybody? So I need your response to the chat quickly.
Can you respond on the chat?
So that we know that we are following the same path, everybody.
Can you respond on the chat? Are we on the same page? Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Please just respond if you are there, everybody. So are we on the Power Query editor? So
Hello?
just respond to the chat.
Are we on the same page? Can you respond on the chat? Yes or no? Respond on the chat, not raise your hand, on the chat.
If you're on the Power Query editor.
One second, just 1 second, Mr. Excel.
No
Let's see what's going on. We've got some like more folks raising up their hands. Let me see. 1 second here.
Okay.
Dan Johnson, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, before everybody was muted, and then the others on the chat on mine, it's disabled. So I can't chat. That's why you're not getting any response.
Oh, 1 second. Because I'm surprised, like I was literally talking and nobody is chatting. Oh, you can't chat right now?
I think it's disabled.
Now
one
I can.
Second. Can you chat now? Can you drop a chat? Let me see. Yeah.
But it was disabled.
Oh, was it? I'm not sure. Remy?
Good old Zoom.
Remy, hope there's no
Not
one.
from my end.
Oh, not from your ends. Okay, good. It could just be a Zoom thing, right? Because nobody worked on that right now. Okay, go ahead with your question, Dan. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't. I was just responding to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that feedback. Thank you. All right, because I was wondering, probably it's my network, but it's great that the issue is able to be resolved right now. So let's go to Bukola. Bukola, you have a question? Please unmute yourself, Bukola. Bukola. Okay, so let's move quickly to Obe.
Yeah, so my chat, so as you allow me to unmute myself, the chat disabled. So I don't know whether that's the cause of the issue.
So hold on. Are you saying you cannot chat right now?
I wasn't able to chat, but when you enabled me to unmute, the chat disabled function just disappeared on the chat.
Can you chat right now?
Yes, I can chat right now.
Can you drop a hi on the
I've
chat?
just done that.
Okay, perfect. But before now, you couldn't see the chat function. Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
yes, that's what I'm saying. So I think probably when you unmuted me, that
could be a glitch because I just spoke to the technical manager and it didn't work on that. So it could just be a Zoom glitch, but we're all good now. So I'm assuming we all raised our hand because we couldn't chat. That is the case, right? So is there anyone that have any specific question based on where Mr. Excel is right now? Anyone with a specific questions? Okay, let's get to Neri. Neri, you have a question? Neri, can you hear me? Okay.
Maybe you should try to almost everybody first and see whether the
will work. Hello?
No,
yes, I have a question. The chat is working. I think it's common for everybody. We can't chat. I observed that a long time ago. But I want to find out, I have a question on this because I just was able to download the database. I'm sorry to take it back. I want him to just tell how did he download the Excel? Is it by going to the get data and
Excel,
the different source? Then you exploit Excel, right?
Yes, Excel workbook, yes.
Okay, thank you. That's what I just wanted to know.
It's when you get to the Excel workbook, it will take you to the navigator. You take the box on the left-hand side, and you see the data preview on the right-hand side. Underneath, you now see transform data. So it will take you to the Power Query where I am right now.
Okay, Neri, is that okay? Okay, so let's go to quickly. Let's go to Abby. Abby, you have a question?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I think it's everybody that is disabled. So I don't know if you can.
So that has been addressed already. Okay. Do you have a question?
Yes, the lady who asked the question already solved because I was having issues with where he got the transform data from. So when I heard when he said that, so I was okay with that.
Perfect, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, cool. So I think we are good. The chat is working right now. Not sure what happened. It could just be a Zoom glitch, but I think we are all good. Ms. Excel, please first, let's make progress.
Okay, thank you. So if you're on the Power Query, just quickly drop I'm there on the chat so I will know, so I'll know more people that are there with me. So just drop I'm there or yes if you're on Power Query editor. So if you can, if you are on the same page with me, really just drop yes on the chat quickly, everybody. The chat is working now. Okay, fine, good. I need your response. Once I have 50%, I can move on. So just drop yes. So if you are there with me on the Power Query editor, so just type yes quickly. So I need your response, but let's be active. Let's be active. Just type yes quickly. So I'm expecting your response. The chat is working. I'll just use the chat box to type yes. So if you're on the same page with me, what I did was to go through the Power BI. I click on my home tab. You see a button called Get Data. On the Get Data, you see different sources. You click on from workbook. When you click on your workbook, you want to look for the data sample, the one that you have downloaded. Click on the data sample. It will take you to the navigator. So you check the box on the left-hand side. It will show the data preview on the right-hand side. Under the data preview, you see three buttons there. You see load, you see transform data, and you see cancel. Just click on the transform data. It will take you to the Power Query editor. Okay, I believe we're all on the same page. So the Power Query editor is used for data transformation. Data transformation means data cleansing. That's the engine room where you clean your data before you load it into the Power BI. I told you the other time that Power BI uses a process called ETL process: extract, transform, and load. We have done the extraction from the workbook. Now we are transforming the data using the Power Query. So we're on the transform process now. If you look at our data, you can see the data have a lot of unclean format that we're going to remove from the data. If you look at my own data, it's showing me this column quality where I have valid 90%, error in the data is 0%, and empty, which means 1% on each of the column. So you may not have this on your own. Let me show you how to bring out the column quality. So that column quality will tell you what each column contains, what you have in each of the column of your data. So to bring out the column quality, just quickly go to your view tab. Under the view tab, you will see a group called data preview. Data preview from your left-hand side, that is the second group, is called data preview. And you see a button called column quality. Mine's checked before. So if you look at your own, it will be on check by default. Just check on the column quality. You should have this valid 90%, error 0%, empty 1%. So just telling you the information of each of the columns so that you won't be shooting in the dark. You should understand whether you have error and how many percent error you have in each of the column. So once you have checked the column quality, so you should have this information of each of the column. If you look at our data very well, you can see the data, the column title of the data is showing us some nonsense column title like your Power Query demo, column 2, column 3, which are not our header. So as a structured data, it must have column header. A table contains column header. Normally, our column header is this row 2, where you have name, gender, department, salary. These are supposed to be your column header. But because the data is unclean, it's using something else as a column header. The first thing we have to do is to go to this, where we have Power Query demo. You will see a drop-down button, which you call filter button. Before you click on the filter button, on the right-hand side, you should have a button called Apply Step. So that Apply Step means whatever action you are taking on the Power Query editor, will be listed under the apply step. It will be listed so that you can see how you have been progressing step by step. On the Power Query Editor, you can't use Ctrl-Z to undo, unlike your Excel. You can't undo with Ctrl-Z. All you can do is to cancel each of the steps that you want to go back to. So you click on this button called cancel. You can say, I'm placing my cursor on this X. That's how to go back to the previous step where you are coming from. You cannot use Ctrl-Z to undo. So let's go back to the Power Query demo column. Click on the drop-down arrow, which is called the filter button. You will now see a button called remove empty. Remove empty. That empty means all those blank cells that you have in the Excel data. No, the files in Excel before. All those blank cells, when you download into the Power BI, they become empty, which one we call null. They become empty. We call it null, N-U-L-L. Just click on remove empty. It will now remove all the null. That means all the blank cells in the data. You can see under the apply steps, it's showing us filter row. That means I've removed the null that I have under the Power Query demo. If I want to go back to what I've done before, I'll come to the filter row and I click on this step, cancel. You can see it will take back the null. You can see it has brought me back to where I'm coming from before. It's showing back the null. That's how to go back to the previous step in the Power Query. Let's do it again. What we're trying to do is to remove all this null. Null means blank cells that you have in your Excel before. So when you are doing data capturing, you must always assign value to all your cells. Even when you're not making sales, you can type 0 there instead of leaving it blank. That's how to do data capturing, how to make your data to be structured. So because we have blank cells in the data in the Excel, that's what become null in the Power BI Query Editor. So you click on the filter button again and you click on remove empty. So we have removed all the empty cells in the data. So if you look at our column 2, if you click on the drop down arrow, you can see the column 2 contain null, all true. That means there are no data in the column 2. What we are going to do now is to remove the entire column. And how do you remove column in the Power Query? Just right click on that column that you want to remove. Right click on the column 2. You will now see a button called remove. A button called remove. Just click on remove. It will delete that column 2. And if you look at it under your apply step, you are seeing remove columns. That you have removed that column 2. So after you have removed your column 2, I will go to my home tab now, under the home tab. So I told us before that our column title is supposed to be name, gender, department, salary, and location. But it's using Power Query Demo, column 3, column 4 as a column header. So what we're going to do is to go to the home tab. Under the home tab, you will see a group called transform. Please, under each of these tabs, there are groups. And under the groups, we have various commands that we are going to use. So the best way to understand this is to read whatever you are clicking on. So I'm going to my home tab. Under the home tab, you can see there are various groups like your new query, data sources, parameters, query, manage column. But where we are going to is called transform group. On the transform group, you'll now see a button called use first row as header. Just click on the button. So you have 2 options there.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, but we can't hear you anymore. Are you having a network issue?
No, it's fine. Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay, let me recap what I've done before.
Yeah. Or do you know what? Just pause for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be sure that everyone else is following. So guys, for the chat, trust me, we don't know what really happened with the chat.
But the chat is working now.
But it's great now. It's great that it's working. I learned some people were able to chat, some were not, but thankfully everyone can chat now. That is excellent. So let's keep at it. Questions on the chat. So does anyone have any question based on what we have done so far? Please, if the question is about Probably the chat not working. The chat issue is resolved. So please, you can bring your hands down. Let's just take like about 3 questions, just to see what's going on. Ade, you have a question? Please go for it. Ade, can you hear me? You raise your hands up, your name is called, and yet no response. So what do we say to that? That means you're not in the class, right? Let's go to 1 second. Adetayo, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, Osita, I'm okay now. I've lowered my hand. It's for about the chat.
But I can still see your hands raised.
Oh, okay. I thought I did that. Sorry.
Let's go quickly to Fumilola.
I'll lower it now.
Yeah, please. 1 second. Fumilola, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I just forgot to raise my hand.
See, all of you. And I just said it now. If it's about the chat, can you bring your hands down? You guys. Okay, Tosin, you have a question?
Yes, I do have a question.
Tosin, can you hear me?
I think network is bad.
Yeah, we can't hear you very well, Tosin. Network, okay? So let's go to Sam. Sam, you have a question? Unmute yourself, please. Sam.
Yes.
Okay, go for it. What's your question, please?
I'm not able to once I click to load I don't have my load data button and transform data button is not highlighted for me to click on.
Yes, because you didn't check the box on the left hand side. Tick that box where you have that data. You have to mark the box for it to be active.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so let's go to Fumlola. Fumlola, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, hi, good evening. I just have a quick question. The applied steps, I just wanted to know if, say, you're like on step 10 and you wanted to cancel step 2, would it automatically cancel all the steps, or do you have to cancel from bottom up, or you can just cancel step 2?
You have to start from the bottom up.
Okay, all right, thank you.
If you go to that step 2, if you jump the other step, it show data error.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, excellent. Sora, you can unmute yourself now.
Oh yeah, I just got the ability now.
Yes.
So my question is just very quick. I missed how to get like those the summary up here where you have valid error and MC. How do I get it, please?
Yeah, just go to your view tab. On the view tab, you will see a group called data preview. So check column quality.
Please, where's the view tab? I don't see it.
Read your tab preview. You should have home, transform, add column, view tab.
Yeah,
view.
view tab. View, yes, view.
So go to data preview. You'll see column quality.
Yeah, yeah. Just click it. Oh, yes.
Check the box.
Thank you.
Excellent. So let's go to Chucks. Chucks, can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay, those of us with Mac, we cannot download the Power BI.
That's the problem with MacBook. All you can do, if you talk to the IT guy, they can be to partition the MacBook where you can allow you to install Windows operating system. No, most of these have work on Windows. So if they can partition the MacBook for you, so you should have one window as one of the operating system. That's how you can download the Power BI, but it doesn't work with MacBook.
Yeah, and again, remember that Power BI is a Microsoft, Microsoft solution, right? It's a Microsoft solutions. So those restrictions are there. So partition could be what could work. But what I would advise you to do is to, if you have another laptop at home, probably HP, Dell, any Windows laptop, you can use it for the essence of the practice. If there is not,
I think for IT, even Windows laptop that we need, because most of the things we did is only Windows. Most of the examples are from Windows laptops to download.
Yeah, yes. because that is the most popular, right? And of course, Microsoft
is very correct.
Microsoft have permeated most of the software landscape. So most times you want to do things really Windows laptop is the way to go. Mac have got limitations.
Okay.
Again, for Mac, it's going to work.
Yes.
But there are a lot of workaround that you need to, kind of look at the SQL too. You have to download Docker and all that. So there are a bit of workaround sometimes that you might not be able to do. Probably you need somebody to now guide you. Like the partition is talking about, you need somebody to help you with all those kind of things. So yeah, Mac is good, but again.
So can we get the recording so that if we get, can we get the recording? So if we get laptop, we'll redo it. Thank you.
This session will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, NIPCA YouTube channel, and Remy will share that as well. The program manager will share the link to the YouTube channel. UN or Remy, if you have the YouTube channel, please can you paste so that they can subscribe and like? That will help them so that once the upload is done, they will be able to see the upload. I guess Remy will try to upload this recording by tomorrow, hopefully, or maybe 2 days time. But we need the link, please. Remy or UN, please, if you're here, help us with the link to the YouTube channel so that folks can subscribe to NIPCA YouTube channel and be able to, get access to this when it's uploaded. So quickly, let's get Joy. Joy, you have a question?
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to, oh, is it my Joy? Is there another?
Yes, you are Joy. Please go ahead.
Okay, so I see that we've successfully removed the empty cells, but I can still see some cells that have null on them. So I'm wondering.
Which of the column are you talking about?
4 and 5, or are we going to do it column by column?
Yes, we are still getting to that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So the one we did is on the Power Query demo. So that column that we remove. We are still going to do column by column.
Okay, fantastic, awesome. So let's see. We have Ade. 1 second. Also, can you unmute me? Who is that? Ade. Ade. So where are you? Like we've got so many hands up, right? I can't see Ade here. Where's Ade? Ade. I can't see your hand raised up. You are chatting, but I can't see your hands. Let's go quickly to Chibuzo. Chibuzo, unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, Chibuzo. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm having an issue. I followed up until, where you are, but on my own desktop Power BI, I can't see the Power Query demo. So even my columns where you have the column, the yellow one, column 3 and all, it's not there. So I don't know.
So what do you have? How do you have your data?
It's okay. I don't know if you allow me share my screen, but it's just there. Those two are not there.
Okay, how do you have your data layout? I don't understand. Do you have how do you have it? Do you have this name, gender, department, or what? How do you have your data?
Yes, I have those, right? But I have the department, salary, and all. But the Power Query demo, and then the column 1, 2, and all. I can see the program like where you have the FX, the function stuff equal to where you on your own table, blah blah blah. And although I have that stuff there, but you see this next one where you have Power Query demo, that row, yeah, that whole row, I don't have it.
So what's your first row? What's your first row on your own data?
So on my own data, the first row is where you have the name, null, gender, department, salary, location, start dates, and all.
Okay, so now your first row is where you have name, gender, department, salary, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so did you click on this button the other time? The one I said use first row as header. Did you click on it the other time?
Yes, I did.
And don't worry, now you are a step ahead. I was about clicking on it. So this,
no, but even before I clicked on the use first row as header, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. Even I couldn't take out the empty spaces.
So 1 second. Chibuzo, can you share your screen? Would that be helpful?
Okay, I will appreciate that.
Mr. Excel, please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead, please. And Johnson on the chat, please.
He's saying
1 second, please. Johnson, please. Try to stop that chat, okay? If some people are not following, it makes sense to pause at some point and make sure that everyone is following, at least majority. So don't start complaining that, hey, why are you guys asking to move also? I don't like that. Okay, please let's try to accommodate others. Okay. Please go ahead with your user, please.
Okay, I can't share. It said host disabled participant screen sharing.
1 second.
Okay, thank you.
Host disabled participants.
Oh yeah, multiple share, you can share now. You're able to share now.
Can you try again?
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, it's coming up now.
Okay, this is what you have.
Exactly. So I couldn't even take out the where you did taking out the empty spaces and all. I couldn't do that.
Okay, then you don't have drop down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, go to your view tab. Go to click on that view tab on the view tab. Check that column quality. Let me see. Check your column quality.
Yeah, I was able to do that. I was the one that just took that out. I was able to do this.
So the one you do, you need to reload the data. You have to go and close this and reload the data again. But this
Okay.
I don't know why the problem is like this. But you just downloaded your Power BI. It's Power BI desktop that you downloaded, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did it shortly before the class started.
Just close this one. This Power Query. Try to reload it again, and let me know how you have it. Just go and close. Just go and close on top. Close the Power Query.
Where is close now?
On your right hand side, where you have X on the right hand side, just close it and reload it again. Click not now. Do you want to apply changes? Not now.
Okay. Not now.
So go and reload it and tell me what you have.
Okay.
So just no problem.
Okay.
You can start the share now.
Yeah, you can stop sharing
Okay.
now.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. So we are going to take just 2 more, then we now continue. Let me see who has not spoken before. Mickey, please unmute yourself. Mickey, are you there? Okay, let's go to Joshua. Joshua, unmute yourself, please.
Hello, sir. Please, can you hear me? Yeah, please, can you hear?
Your network is dragging.
Mickey, we can't hear you very well.
Also, thank you so much. I'm having an issue. If you don't mind, I can share my screen to show you where I am so that I can be.
Go ahead right away, please.
Yeah, this is it. Okay, I have it. So I'm sharing my. So this is where I am. I tried to download it, which I have. I'm just trying to get the sample on my Power BI. I think I'm supposed to go here, get data.
Yes.
Okay.
Excel workbook. Click on the Excel workbook.
So sorry, 1 second. Can you pause? So for every other person that is probably stuck, because again, this was said over and over, but it's possible that some of us came in a bit late or we didn't get it. This is an opportunity now. We're going to give a few minutes just to get him to where we are. Or, of course, this is an opportunity now for you. If you're having a challenge, please listen so that you don't ask the same question after this again, right? So
okay,
please go ahead.
Click on cancel. Let me just so everybody will be following at this step. Click on cancel. So please, if you're on this step now that you just open your Power BI. So if you want to load your data into the Power BI from the Excel, you can go through the get data, or you click on the Excel workbook directly beside the get data. Click on the Excel workbook directly. So you go and look for the data, which is called Power BI data sample. So you click on it. I click on open. So it's coming up. So it will take you to the navigator. Just check the box, tick the box, that data box.
Okay.
You should actually data preview on the right hand side. Just click on transform data now. Transform data below.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. I actually clicked on load, so it's not supposed to be load. It's transform data.
No. You have to clean it first before you load it. That's what we call it ETL process. Extract, transform, and load. So you should have it on your Power Query editor, and that's what we are now. You can stop the share.
Okay, this is where we are now. Okay, thank you so much. I should stop sharing?
Yes, please stop sharing now, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We are on the same page.
Okay, so Mr. Excel, please, let's make progress now.
Okay. So we are able to remove the null by clicking on the drop down arrow on the Power Query, and we click on the remove empty. If you are just on the Power Query editor, you click on the remove empty under the Power Query demo column. So there's one column 2 that we remove earlier on. By right clicking on the column 2, you will see remove. So once you have done that, you're on the same page with us now. So you're on the same page with us. If you look at the, like I told you that the column title supposed to be the name, gender, department, salary, location, you understand, as a column title. But it's using different column title, like your Power Query demo, column 3, column 4, column 5. So we are going to replace the column title with our row 1 now. Go to your home tab. Under the home tab, you will see a group called transform. On the transform group, click on this button which says use first row as header. Click on that button. It will replace row 1 as the header now. If you click on that, use first row as header. So mine is still coming. You can see you should have name, gender, department, salary, location as your header. So you have replaced the previous header with row 1. So if you look at the gender, you can see the gender have 4% empty. The validity of this data is 96%. So you click on the drop down arrow and you click on remove empty. Click on remove empty. So when you remove the empty, so you should have validity to be 100%. So you can see it's listed under the apply step. So let's go to the department. So this department is having null. This null is in capital letter. It's quite different from the one in small letter. The one in small letter is talking about the blank cells. This one is not talking about blank cells now. The mistake from this data is that this guy, this AB Lebron 45, they've not assigned department for the guy yet. That means his information have not been updated on the system before you generate the data. So it's showing us as null, not as a blank cell. They just put it null. Oh, they've not registered him for a particular department. If you click on the drop down arrow and you click on remove empty, it will remove it. You will see there because it's not an empty, it's not a blank cells. So before you uncheck the null, you need to communicate to the IT person or the front end officer that manage the database that, okay, there's a particular guy, they've not assigned the department to that guy. So in case if you remove it, it will remove the entire information. That means there will be communication between you and the data entry officer or the IT or the front end officer where you are getting your data from. So the person can tell you that, oh, hold on, try and re-download the data again from the ERP that they have just updated it. You understand what I'm saying now? So, but for this purpose of this training, we are going to remove the null now. This is how you remove the null. You just uncheck it. So you come here and uncheck the null. Uncheck the null and click on OK. So you have to uncheck the null and click on your OK. So it will remove the entire information of that guy, because your data must be complete. When you are working, your data must be complete. So must work with the complete data. So let's look at the salary column. So you can see that salary column contains 4% null. So you click on the drop down arrow again and you click on remove empty. So to remove all the empty that you have in the salary column. So if you look at the salary column, it's in decimal points, is a decimal number. So how do you know that data is in decimal number? Under your home tab and under the transform group, the one I mentioned earlier on, you see what we call data type. Data type is showing us as a decimal number. So in data, numbers must appear on the right-hand side and text should appear on the left-hand side of the column. You can see it's on the right-hand side because it's a decimal number. If you look at where you have text, like your department, you can see it's on the left-hand side. Those are the things that you need to observe. So for this decimal point, I want to put the salary in whole numbers. I don't want them in a decimal point. Having decimal point is not that bad, but sometimes I just want to see it in whole number approximation. So I'll go to my data type and click on the drop down. I pick whole number. So I will have the salary in whole numbers, in whole number. If I want to put back in decimal points, you go to a data type, click on the drop down arrow and pick decimal number. You also have it back in decimal numbers. But for the purpose of this training, we are using whole number. Just go back to the data type and place it back in whole number. Whole number. So if you scroll to your right hand side too, on the right hand side, so I'm going to remove, you can see we have some empty column in the data. Our column 7 and column 8, they are empty. So how do you remove multiple columns at the same time? Click on that, select column 7. After your selection, press down your control key and click on column 8. That's how to select multiple columns. Let me take that again. Click on that column 7, select the column 7, press down your control key and click on column 8. Those two columns, they are already selected. That is why it's showing us in yellow color. Just right click on the two columns that you have selected. You will now see what we call remove columns. Can see it's putting X at the back. That means multiple column, remove columns. So just click on that remove columns. It will remove the two empty columns. So we have done now, we have cleaned our data now. You can see, look at it, what we have done on the data. We have removed column, we have filter row, change data type. So once you have done with the data cleansing, you go back to the home tab again. You will now see a button called close and apply. Close and apply. Click on the drop down arrow there. So just pick close and apply. Close and apply. So that means you are loading the data into the Power BI now. When you click on the close and apply, the data is loading into the Power BI. So it's showing us creating data connection in model. So if you have any question quickly before we go, before the data gets to the Power BI, you can ask a question through the chat box.
Okay, great. So let's get two questions. Ismail, do you have a question? Unmute yourself, Ismail.
All right, thank you very much. My question has been answered during the class.
Oh, okay. So please, guys, if your question has been answered, can you bring your hands down, please? Okay. Ayobami, you have a question? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Mr. Excel and Mr. Oshita. So my questions goes to when we remove the guy that has the null. So my question is that not going to affect our visualization?
When you remove that guy that have null, it removes the entire information of that guy.
Is our data now, is it good to remove that guy? Because
that's why I said that you need to communicate to the IT person or the front end. Then you understand before you remove it. So you can ask that you should re-download the data from the source again, or you will send your updated data before you go ahead with the analysis.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent, that's a good question. Let's go to Justin. Justin, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I noticed that when you clean the data, all you did was to remove the empty columns and also remove some of the cells or some of the columns that were empty. So
yes.
Is that all? Is it about cleaning in Power BI?
No, it's more than that. Because of our time. So this is a full training. So I'm just showing you how Power BI works. You understand?
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Excellent.
And I also realized another question. I realized that under the heading, let's say the home tab, you realize that you always have the main, let's say the main heading at the down, and then the subheadings at the up. I don't know whether you are seeing it that way, or I'm just the one that is being confused.
Yeah, okay, you mean the header as the row 1, row 2, right? Another thing as the header, right? Can you rephrase the question again?
Yeah, I'm saying that if you can go to the home tab. Can
you mean on the Power Query?
Yes, on Power Query. Yeah.
Because we're already on the Power BI now.
Okay.
Just ask the question. Just ask the question. I'll get just ask the question.
I was saying that. Let's say I was saying that where we went.
So one second, because we're already in the Power Query, let's make progress. Justin, we'll come back to that question, please.
Okay, sure.
Mr. Excel, please proceed.
Okay. So please, Power Query Editor is more than what we have just done now. It's because of our timing. I'm just showing you some of the things that you're going to learn when you register for the training. You understand? So you can't learn Power BI in 2 hours. It's not 2 hours training. Yeah. You understand? So it's more than that. But I'm just showing us the beauty of Power BI so that you can see how Power BI can be used for visualization. So it's not that we're just doing 2 hours for the whole training. You understand what I'm saying now? So,
okay, sure.
So now we should have your data under the field. Your data should have under the field, which is called data. So you can click on the angle arrow to expand it. So you should expand it like this. If you look at the column that we have loaded now, the department, gender, location, name, salary, and start date. So the column that have number will have this sigma button. This one will call summation. It's called sigma button, the summation sign. So that means something about that column is a calculated column, is a number column. You can do calculation on that particular column. So when you are creating your dashboard, your reporting, you should have a focal point. You understand? Who are the people that need your reports? Who are the people that want to view your reports? And you should know what you are analyzing. Just like when you are building a house, whether it's 2-story building or 3-story building, you already have a plan. So you know what you are constructing. So you know that you are just, okay, let's start the house. When we get to the top, we know whether we are doing 2 or 3 bedroom flats. You should know the kind of report you are going to create. Who are the people that need you to see to view your report? So for example, now, let's say I want to get the insight from this data. This is an HR data. I want to know the total salary I'm paying my department. I want to know which department is collecting the highest salary. And I also want to know whether there's gender inequality in the organization. Are we paying more of the female? How many male staff do we have in the organization? How many female staff? I just want to get a lot of insight from this data. So like I said earlier on, that this place is called your report canvas. That is where you build your dashboard. So let's go to the visualization page where you have all the charts on the Power BI. You will see a visual called table visuals. I'm putting my cursor on that table visuals. Click on that table visuals. You should now have what we call table visuals on the report canvas. So what data do I want to put on my table? I will come to my data. I will just tick the department. I will check the department like this. You just check the box for department. You will see all the departments inside the table. You can also check let's check the salary too. You also see the salary inside the table too. You have salary for each of the departments. So if you are not checking, let me uncheck the two. Let me uncheck the department and the salary. If you are not checking, you can drag and drop. Look at my cursor. Just drag the department into the table. You have it there too. You drag your salary into the table too. You also have inside the table. So in either 2 ways, you can check it or you can drag and drop inside the table. So this is what we call table visuals. Under the table visuals, you should have 3 buttons: your filter, your focus mode, and the one we call more options. Click on this focus mode. The focus mode will enlarge the table so that you can see all the data that you have in the table. This is what we call focus mode. So if the questioner asks you that which department is collecting the highest salary in the organization, all you need to do now is to sort your data. And how do you sort on the Power BI? Just click on the column where you have salary. Just click on the column header. You can see when you click on the column header, this is what we call descending order. You can see the arrow is going downward. It's called descending order. That means from the largest to the smallest. You can see the department that is collecting the highest salary is the product management. If I click on the salary again, the arrow will go up. This is what we call ascending order. That means from smallest to largest. That's how to sort in the Power BI. So when you click on the salary again, the arrow will go downward. It's talking about descending order from the largest to the smallest. So once you have sorted your data, just click on back to report. So it's back to report now. We have it back to report. These are our table visuals. So, and I want to turn these table visuals to cluster column. I'll come here and click on cluster column chart. So I will have it in a cluster column chart. So I can move it here. So I have my first data. This is my first visuals. It's a cluster column chart. So just place it somewhere here. So here and I'm getting the insight on each of the departments. So I'm seeing the part that is collecting the highest salary, which is project management, followed by service, followed by business development. You can see how they have been receiving the salary. So I've created my first visuals. You click away from the first visuals, click on the report canvas again, so that it will not override what we have done before. So you click away from that visuals on the empty report canvas. So I want to know the total salary that I'm paying all the staff in the organization. So there's what we call card visuals in the Power BI. The card visuals in this 1, 2, 3. Where you have this 1, 2, 3, click on the 1, 2, 3. It will show the card. And what I want to put in the card, I will just check the salary. It will give me the total salary that I'm paying everybody in the organization. You can see it's showing us 68 million in a card visuals. So these are, we have our card visuals. So you can place it somewhere. Please, you need to rearrange, you need to arrange your dashboard when you're creating it. You can place it somewhere here. So you know we are paying all the staff 68 million naira in a card visuals. So I also want to know how much I'm paying the gender. How much are we paying the female staff and the male staff in the organization? So I'll click away from the card visuals. I'll come to the, I pick the table visuals now. What I want on my table, I will click on gender on the table, and I also click on salary on the table. So I will have, so on the table, I have my gender and their salary. I will come to the visualization pane and click on donor chart. Donor chart. So I should have, you have it like this. So you should have your donor chart. You see how much you are paying each of the gender on the donor chart. Okay, please, if you're on the same page with me, just type yes on the comment box quickly, on the chat box. Just drop yes on the chat box if you're on the same page with me. I need your response, everybody. If you're on the same page, type yes quickly, yes, yes.
Yeah. Let's continue. We're making progress.
Yeah, good. So now you can see from this our insight now that let me ask this question to you, know whether you are following. So among between the male and the female, which one is collecting the highest salary in the organization? Which one is collecting the highest salary between the female and the male? Just drop the answer in the chat box quickly. If it's the female, drop if it's male. Based on this, your insight, which gender is collecting the highest salary in the organization? I want your answer quickly. If you are following up, just drop the answer on the chat box. Okay, good. Impressive. So we are following. Good. Please, some of us, okay, you can see from your analysis that the main gender is collecting 52% of the salary. So the answer is the male gender, So let's go on quickly. Now we know how much we are paying each of the gender. I also want to know in my dashboard, I want to know how many staff do we have in this organization? How many staff do we have in the organization? Okay, so click away from the visual that you have created before. You go to the card visuals again. The card visuals, you click on the card visuals again, and you click on, you check the salary. It's showing us 68 million. But this time around, I don't need the salary. I need the number of staff that we have in the organization. So when you have that 68 million, you come to this place, there's a button called field. Under the field, you have salary. You now click on the drop down arrow on the salary. You can see it's showing us sum. That's why it's showing us this total salary. But now I don't need the total salary. I need the number of staff in that organization. So I'll go and click on count. click on count. It will now show me the number of staff that have 933 staff in the organization. Now that's 3 staff in the organization. If you look at the field, it's showing us as count of salary. Just double click on where you have the count of salary so that we can rename that, so that we can rename the title of that visuals. We can show that we can rename it. It's called category level, category title. So just type number of staff there, number of staff, and press enter so that we can see that we have 933 staff in the organization. So your Power BI is more interactive than the Excel. So if you go to this, your donut chart now, and you click on this part, this blue part is a mail. If I click on it, look at what will happen. It will filter my data for me. Can you see what happened? That your data is being filtered. It's showing that the mail is collecting 36 million, and we have 478 mail in the organization. If I click back on it again, it will unfilter it. It's very interactive. If I click on the dark blue, which is for the female, look at what will happen. It will filter the report that we are paying the female 33 million, and we have 455 female staff in the organization. Click on it back again to unfilter it. Unlike the Excel that is very static, it's not interactive, but the Power BI is always interactive. Your dashboard is always interactive. So let's go. Click away from the dashboard, your report, your visuals on the report canvas. So I also want to create the third visual. We are going to create the 5th visuals now. Let's click on the table. On the table, pick your department on the table. Pick your salary on the table. So we have department and salary on the table. So go and pick the third one, which is called cluster bar chart. So I just want to see different type of charts on the Power BI. So let's expand this is how you expand the charts. You just click on the head to expand the width. So you click on the bottom to expand the height of the chart. So you should have it like this. So please, when you are expanding, you should have a red line. That red line showing the alignment of the chart. Just align your chart like this so you can have it. So we have the type, we also have the number of staff here already. So we have the total salary here. The way I arrange it now. Good. So we have we've created our visuals. We have the salary by department in the cluster column. We have salary by gender in the donut chart. We also have salary by department in the cluster column chart. Please, let's click on this cluster column chart where we have salary by department. You can see we've checked department, we have checked salary. Let's check start date with it. Once we check start date with the column chart, you should see some arrows on the header. You can see all those arrows on the header. We call those arrows drill down. Maybe, for example, you want to get your report yearly, quarterly, monthly, even daily in the Power BI. So if you look at those arrows, they are called drill down. Click on the second arrow. It will not tell you that click to turn or drill down. Click on it to turn it on. So you now go to the third arrow where you have the double downward arrow, which says go to the next level in the hierarchy. Click on that third arrow. It will now give the report yearly. You can see now we have, this is 2-year data. Look at what we are paying the staff in 2019. We are paying, look at what we are paying them in 2019. 44,590,349. Look at 2020. There was a decline in the salary, maybe because of the COVID-19. You can see they will pay the last year salary in 2020 rather. Click on the arrow again. It will now give you quarterly. You can see it quarterly now. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Click on the arrow again. It will give you the report monthly. Click on the arrow again. It will now give you the report daily. So if you want to go back to where you are coming from before, you now use the first arrow. It's called drill up. Look at it again. It's going backward, upward where you are coming from before. Drill up is on quarter, drill up is on yearly, drill up. You have your data back. So it's called drill down. You can get any insight from your report, So now we have it like this. So there's something we call Q&A on the Power BI, Q&A. Q&A means question and answer. You can use it to get any insight from your data. Okay, before I move forward, if you have any question, you can quickly ask the question quickly. I think some people are raising up their hand.
What I think we need to do, because of time, I will want you to proceed.
Okay.
The recording will be shared on the YouTube channel, and everyone can go over and watch it. Just like you rightly said, I mean, 2 hours, we cannot cover Power BI in 2 hours. The essence of this masterclass is get everyone to appreciate the functionalities that Power BI has got. And those that are able to follow, of course, which we have tried to make sure that many or majority actually follow, right? By trying to get questions and all that. So power on, and towards the end, we'll just get some questions and we'll call it a wrap, okay?
Okay. So now there's what we call question and answer on the Power BI. So that question and answer you can use to get any insight from your data. Just click on the report canvas away from all your visuals. You now come here on the visualization pane. You have this what we call Q&A, which means question and answer or query and answer. Just click on it. So you have this question and answer. He will now ask you that, ask a question about your data. That means you ask any question about your data. So when you are typing the question, there's some keyword that need to appear in your question. Let's say I want to know the total salary I'm paying the female staff. I'll just type salary by male. Salary by male. You can suddenly click on salary by male. I will just click on it. It's already showing me 36 million salary by male. So I'll now click on the button in front of that box. Look at that button which says turn this question and answer result into standard visuals. You can see that to give me the answer like this, that salary by male is 36 million. So that's, you can see this called question and answer. You can ask any question about your data. Let me do it again. I click back on the question and answer like this. I'm back to it. So I type my question inside the box. So when you are typing the question, the keyword there is salary and male. So I'll just type again, salary by male. That's when I type salary by male, I will now click on the question now, salary by male. It will now show me 36 million, and I will click on the button in front of the box which says turn this question and answer Q&A result into a standard visuals. It will now turn into a standard visuals. As you can see here, it's showing me the same 36 million. The category title is salary with this salary. So what I need to do is to rename this so that I will know the salary by male. I will come to this field where you have salary. I will double click on it and I will now type salary by male there so that you can differentiate that salary by male. I will press enter. So I have the salary by male. So we are going to do for the second one quickly, which is salary by female. We want to know how much you are paying the female staff. So I'll click on away from the what I've done before, the empty canvas. I'll go to the question and answer. I will also type here again inside the box, salary by female, salary by female. So you can see it's already showing me salary by female. Let me type it very well, salary by female. So I'll click on it and I'll click on this, turn it to a standard visuals. I'll have it as 33 million. This salary by female. So I'll come to the field. I'll rename it again. Double click on what you have there. I will now type salary by female. So as a title, so we can see that. So we have the total salary, we have salary by male, we have salary by female already as one of our insights. So once you have created this, so all we do now, you come to this place, your report canvas again. We need to use what we call slicers. So slicers is used for filtering. We use slicer for filtering. So we click on report canvas and you click on these visuals. It's called slicer. Click on the visuals. You call slicers. What did I want on my slicers? I will not check department so that I can be seeing the report based on department. So I'll put department in my slicers. You can see all the departments on the slicers. So on the slicer up here, you have two buttons. The first one is called collect selection. The second one is called a drop down, which is called select the data, the type of slicer. Click on that drop down arrow. So the one we are seeing there is called list. Just pick the second one, which is called drop down. That drop down is used to minimize space. So you just reduce it and put the drop down here. This is slicer. So if I want to see a particular department now, let's say I want to see inside a particular department on the slicer, I'll click on the drop down. If I pick accounting, you can see it will filter my report based on accounting. So I'm seeing the inside based on accounting department that we have 58 staff in the accounting department. Salary, the total salary there is 5 million. Female is collecting 3 million and the female is collecting 2 million. So if I click on the button here, which is called clear selection, I'm seeing back the full report. So the last thing we are going to do is to put a title in our dashboard. Your dashboard must have a title. Your dashboard must have a title. Click on the report canvas away from your visual so that it will override what you have done before. You go to your insert. Under the insert tab, you will see a group called elements and you see a box called text box. Text box. Just click on the text box. So you have the text box here. So please, based on the version of the Power BI that you have, some version you can drag the text box, some version is undraggable, but this is how you move the text box generally. So just come here, expand it up where you want to put the title. You come below and expand it up again. So you expand it, come to the left-hand side, expand the width to the left-hand side. You go to the right-hand side and expand it to the right-hand side. So it's called text box. So I'm going to type in capital letter now. So let's just type HR data analytics report. HR data analytics report by Mr. Excel. You can put your name there. HR data analytics report by Mr. Excel. When you are done with the typing, you press Ctrl-A to highlight all the text. So you see all this button. You can see the text size is 10. We are going to click on the drop down arrow to increase the text size to 20. So we can make it to look bigger than this. Let's increase to 28. Is big. So depending on the size of your text box, so you bold it and you centralize it. So you should have the title. So if you click somewhere now, you can see we have the title of our dashboard, which is for HR data analytics report. So we have the title quickly. So the next thing we're going to do here is to format the dashboard so it can look more attractive than this. Is to format the dashboard to look more attractive than this. You go to your view tab. On the view tab, you will see a button called Themes. On the view tab, Themes. So you click on the drop down arrow here to expand the themes, and you pick, you can use any of the theme, but one, for the sake of this training, we are going to use what we call Innovate. Click on that Innovate, you have your dashboard on the Power BI. So you can see that's how to create a simple dashboard on the Power BI. So I can always use this slider to pick different departments. If I want to see this one, I will click on it, it will show me the one. But if you look at your slicer, because we have used Innovate, the slicer is showing all the text in a dark font. The color of the font is dark. Just click on the slicer. You come to your, this button is called Format Your Visuals. Click on the button, the Format Your Visual button. You now click on Visuals. Once you click on the Visuals, you will see a button called Values. Click on the value, you will see font color. So if you want to format each of the visuals, you click on the visual, which is called the slide that I want to format. You click on your format pane button, you should see visuals and general. We're under the visuals, you click on values and you come to the font color, change the font color to white. So you see all the departments in white font color. So you can zero the report on any department. If I want to see insight about human resources department, I will check the box My report is on Human Resources Department. You can see we have 80 staff in the Department for Human Resources. We have 60, salary, total salary days is 6 million. The female is collecting the 3 million for the male and 3 million for the female. So if I want to clear it again, I click on the clear button. You have your dashboard back again. So these are to create a simple dashboard on the Power BI. So once you are done, you come to the filter, you minimize this button, you come to the visualization, you minimize the button, you come to the field, you minimize the button. So you have your first dashboard on the Power BI. So you can go ahead now and ask your question. So you can ask our question if you're with me. So you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Mr. Asita, can you hear me? Mr. Asita, can you hear me? Okay, just go ahead and ask your question. Let's ask our question. Can you ask your question quickly?
Okay. I'll just coordinate from here. Patrick Sebastian, unmute yourself and ask your question. If you have a question.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the jet speed wonderful presentation. I noticed on the Power Query that there was some repetition of names, but we've already passed that stage. Then I missed out on how you got your number of staff. So those are the I just wanted to highlight. Thank you very much.
Okay, on that we got the number of staff, that 933, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me open a page 2. Let me quickly do that quickly so that you see it. So I just mentioned down. So if I want to know the number of staff, you can see I'll click on the card visual, the 1, 2, 3. I click on it. I pick on the field. You check salary on the field. Because when you check salary, it will show you 68 million. But I don't need the sum. I need the count of number in each department. You understand? So the number of staff in the company.
Okay.
Under the field, I will click on the drop down arrow. I will not change the function. Because it's speaking sum there. I will now use what we call count. So I see the number of staff, 93. So you come back. Do you have the number of staff now?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So you now come back to the field where you have count of salary. So you double click on that place and rename it there, number of staff.
Okay. All right. No, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Another
Thank
question?
You very much. Amalaya. Can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Okay. Hi, Mr. Excel. Thanks for the class. Okay, so firstly, I actually followed the class, but I had issues when I was bringing in new tables. And as I was bringing out some tables, like it started from the part where we did the, oh God, hold on, please, let me see. Okay, so it started from the part where we did the salary by female when we did the slicer. That was where the issue started. No, that's the slicer. No, this other one, the Q&A. Yeah, the Q&A. That was
okay, the question and answer. Okay.
Yeah, so the issue started, like I brought out my Q&A, and then suddenly the cluster column bar just it went out.
Because you didn't click somewhere else. You didn't click on empty open canvas before you bring out the question and answer. Guys, you can see when the particular chart is active. If you click on somewhere else, like this one now, look at this one now. If I want to bring another visuals, I must click away from that one I've done before. If I didn't click away and I click on another thing, it will override what you have done before. Can you see it now?
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, but you can use the undo button. Look at the button here on top of the left hand side is undo. to undo it. So when you create a visual, you must click away from that visual so that it will not override what you have done before.
Okay, so that's one. Two, when we were doing the whole stuff, there were some that we started from the tables, then from the tables we converted to the clustered bar, to the pie chart and all of that that we wanted. So I want to know, can we go directly or we have to go through the tables?
You can go directly, but really I'm going to the table, but I want to see my data on the table first, how it's being displayed before I change it to color. So you can even drag it directly. Look at my screen. I can drag department here. Look at where I'm dragging it here. I can drag the salary here too directly.
Okay.
I'm still having it.
Okay.
Do you understand? Or I can have it like this. I can pick the column first, the column chart first. I can now check departments, check my salary.
Oh, okay. So am I supposed to, like, because of the sake of this class, you're trying to break it down for us? That's why you're going through the table and all of that.
So that you can see how you have it in table visuals first. You understand? One of the time you want to leave it at the table, before. You understand? So you can see how it look like.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And please, sorry. Last question.
No. You've asked two questions.
Sorry.
There are a lot of hands. There are a lot of hands that are raised up, and we have very, very little time. Sorry, Omalaya, but I'm going to have to actually cut you short. Please, everyone, just one question. We're already over the time limit, and I want to get as much value for your time as you have been here. Dante, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So I just want to quickly ask, just say, for example, you are doing some presentation on PowerPoint. So can you embed this Power BI visualization on PowerPoint as well and still have it active and, reactive like this?
No, you cannot, because it's not a Microsoft Office package. You can only do that in the Excel. No, Excel is part of Microsoft Office suite. You can always copy your chart into the PowerPoint from the Excel, but you can't do that on the Power BI. So the only thing you can do is to screenshot it. You can screenshot each of the visuals, but they will not be interactive. They will be static. You understand? Or you can convert the report to PDF. So please, if you want to convert the report to PDF, just press Ctrl P. Everybody press Ctrl P. It converts it to export to PDF file now. So everybody press Ctrl P. You should have it in PDF report.
Yeah, got it.
So you can see it's in PDF now. So you have it like this.
Okay, yeah, this makes more sense. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving on. Grace, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question really quickly?
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Excel. So my question is around the drill down piece.
Okay.
So I want to know, if you are presenting your visuals to your audience through the Power BI service, are they able to drill down using that same channel with the arrows from the Power BI service?
Yes, they can do that. They can drill down too.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you. That's it.
Okay, welcome.
Okay. Nelly Adegun, can you please unmute and ask your question?
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm taking you guys back. I understand all this table and how to create the report. What I have, my question is on when you were doing the data sorting, you were cleaning your Excel. Yeah. I got lost at the part on that department. So how do you remove the none? So when I click on the right-clicked and it brought out the filter, I clicked on the none. But after clicking on the none, check the none, I noticed that it was still there. So what did I do?
The none in capital letter is different from the one in small letter. Like I explained, you missed out when I was explaining. I said the none in capital letter is not a blank cell. So we can't click on remove empty. It won't remove it. So what I said that this now what may happen maybe because the person they've not assigned the department of the person. You understand? Before you downloaded the reports then. And I said before you remove it, you have to get back to the IT guy or the front end to let them know that the particular guy, they've not assigned a department for the guy. You understand? Because if you remove the null, it will take the guy information away entirely. So you need to communicate that first. They can ask that you should hold on, that they need to update the system before you download the data, or they will send you an updated report. But how to remove it from your own end is to click on the filter button. You now go and check the no in capital letter and you click on OK. It will take it off.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll try to do that because I couldn't see the OK button.
Is there
Okay, I've seen it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on really quickly. Emmanuel Obasi, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question really quickly?
Okay, thank you very much. I want to find out, what does Tableau have that Power BI doesn't have? Which is superior, or which will you advise that one should go for?
Power BI and Tableau are used for the same thing. Power BI being the BI industry, so Power BI came late. Tableau have been there before Power BI. You understand? But the Power BI is user friendly than the Tableau. If you look at the interface of the two, so the Power BI is more robust, it's more friendly, and the Power BI also comes with your Microsoft Office 365. If you buy license of 365, you have the Power BI as a service. You serve as a bonus. So many companies still prefer because of how friendly the Power BI is to use. You can see the way we are doing it now. Within 10 minutes, you can create the reports on the Power BI.
Yes,
so
I noticed.
Yes, it's more friendly than the Tableau. So majorly companies make use of the Power BI than the Tableau. But it's good if you learn everything, you understand? But majorly, so if you check most of the job requirements, it's based on Power BI.
So that is well answered. Thank you so much, Mr. Excel. Guys, we are wrapping up 9:30. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is what we've got. Again, just like we clarified at the very beginning, this is to show you the power of Power BI, show you how Power BI can be used. There are so much that can be learned in Power BI, but of course we can't do it within 2 hours. For those that are interested in data analytics, you love what you are seeing and you want to gain more in terms of using Power BI, this alone, there are folks, that's what I mentioned to you. Some people work on Power BI, that is what they do, and Excel in their company, and they are called data analysts or BI. So you don't necessarily need to be a coder for you to get into that space. We have a data analytics program that is coming up on 17th of Mr. Excel. Can you stop sharing, please?
Okay.
So on the 17th of this month, just like I mentioned, Black Tech have got so many programs coming up in September: business analysis, cybersecurity, and remember, this is a cohort-based program, 3 months. So after this, the next cohort is going to be probably in January. So if you want to pivot, this is the right time for you to do that. A data analytics class is starting 17th of September, right? So which is today is 8th. So we are talking about next week, Saturday, right? Next week, Saturday. Okay, after this Saturday, the next one. A new class is starting for 3.5 months. Mr. Excel handles the Power BI and Excel. There's another faculty that takes care of SQL. Another one takes care of Python. Then, of course, we have sessions on resume review, interview preparation, and a session on storytelling and presentation skills. In addition to a project, intensive program, where you build your project and launch your project on GitHub. A student, one of our students got a job last month. The first question she got asked was by the hiring manager, can you tell me about a data analytics program project you've worked on before? This lady was able to summon the courage, share her screen, and walk through the project she did at Black Tech when she was doing the data analytics program. She got the job. The feedback from HR was there were 5 people that were interviewed, but you got the job because of your creativity. That was what the hiring manager said. What is the creativity? She was able to show something visually. Look at what we have done this night. Just this alone, for example, if you are even able to show something like this and speak to it, Telling the hiring manager, okay, this was a project, for instance, that I worked on, and this project was all about blah, 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 blah. In this project, this was how data was extracted, transformed, loaded, and of course, creating this video. Walk through it. They want to see creativity. That is what hiring managers want to see. So Canada is a place that, you know, they love innovation, creativity. And interview these days is no longer, you know, you just go and just keep talking. If there are extra things you want to show, it's an opportunity to showcase it. And that is why a project is very important. So if you want to register for this, Black Tech will be extending 10% offer to any one of you that will be joining the next data analytics program, 10%. What you need to do, register, go to Black Tech website, okay, Black Tech website, and register. When you register, you will receive an email like a day or two, giving you all the full details. Then for those of you that are in this program that, of course, 10% will be applicable to you, you can inform the team that, hey, I was part of the Power BI Masterclass and I got 10%. The operation team will apply the 10% and now reply you with the actual amount you are now going to be paying for the 3.5 month program. Very impactful program, and we look forward to seeing some of us that wants to gain more, learn more, and become more. Okay, so let me stop here. Because of time, guys, we're going to be wrapping up. We've got like about 2-3 minutes. Now, so many hands are raised as well. What do we do? Okay, let me make a sense of what the questions are. 1 second. Ovo, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, thank you, Star. Mine is a very quick one. You know, I've been on this data analysis.
Your time is up already.
Okay, see, I want to know, Mr. Excel, can you break down Excel, what you're going to teach in Excel? Can you break it down?
Sorry, 1 second. You say, can you what? What's the question?
Can you break it down, the Excel, like VLOOKUP?
No, this program is not for that. We have a 3-page outline, program outline for the data analytics program. Mr. Remy can speak more to that. He's the program manager for the data analytics school. So there's a full program outline from Excel to Power BI, everything broken down. You'll see everything. So you can request for it. When you send email to Black Tech, the team will send that particular outline to you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. So let's move quickly. Let's see. Nelly, can you unmute yourself?
Osita.
Yes, please.
For us that are already registered for the data analytic program, are you giving us 10% to reduce the balance right here to pay?
Yeah, you'll be entitled to that as well. So just send email to the team and mention that. They will extend that offer to you. Okay. Nelly, are you there? Okay. I think she's so excited that she couldn't talk anymore. I'm getting, who is there again? 1 second. Osh, you have a question?
Yeah.
Osh. Yes, please. Go for it straight, please.
Yeah, please, Mr. Excel, please, how do you put the drill through icon in the cluster visual?
Just check your start dates. Once you check the start date, you have it there. It's all with dates. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's a quick one. I love quick questions like that. Let's go to Walter. Walter, please unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Osita. Yes, for me, I am conversant with all the tools with data analytics, Excel, Power BI, Tableau, all is my favorite of all. But then I'm looking for remote opportunities or even internship opportunities. That is why I'm here. How can you help me with that?
Where are you located?
I am in Accra, Ghana, please.
Okay, Accra, Ghana, okay. Remote opportunity, internship opportunities. So again, that is how do I put it now? So have you been applying? Like, have you been applying for jobs?
Yes, please. I do on especially on Indeed. I do.
So have you been getting calls for interviews?
Yeah, I do get some.
So, what do you think is the barrier? Like, why you're not getting the offer?
I think it might have to do with experience. Although I have some projects, some sample projects, but I think it has to do with experience.
Like you are over experienced. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't have the practical experience that they might be looking for.
But you just said that you have experience in all these things we are talking about.
So I said I'm conversant with the tools.
Okay, conversant.
Yeah,
okay,
yes,
okay.
please, yes. And even I undertaken the Google Analytics professional course and everything.
So what you need is to ramp up your skill, right? If you think you are getting interview calls, but you are not sealing the interview, you are not getting the offer, then it's to ramp up your skill, right? Maybe through training, like the training we talked about coming up September 17th, that can be an opportunity for you. Where you come in, you're able to ramp up your skill and of course go through the project as well, network with your cohort and the faculties. Okay, the faculties are great guys, they're in the industry, and of course there's a couple of job referrals from time to time being shared as well in the community. So that could possibly be an opportunity for you. Okay,
thank you.
Excellent. Let's quickly go to Patrick. Patrick, you have a question? Okay, Patrick is not there. Let's go to
hello, are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm based in South Africa. I just registered for your data
analytics. Okay.
Yeah, and I would like to know if the timing would be friendly with my
yeah. Sorry to cut in there. Before you register, you see the timing. It's on the website.
Yeah,
right?
I saw 3 p.m. Canadian time.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
So do the conversion. You just pick the time, go to Google and put it, and then you see your own, see the conversion to see what the time will be for your location. The time is on EST. Yeah, it's stated on the website, EST. So pick the time, put it in Google, and do the conversion. Google will help you to see what location is going to be in your location. Okay.
All right. Look for.
Excellent. Excellent. Shayla, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Osita. Yeah. So my question is for somebody that wants to narrow down to like a business intelligence, not really data analytics, like doing, the crazy Python and, all of that. So I don't think I will need to do the data analytics, because that comprises of everything. Yeah. So something like maybe Tableau, Power BI, SQL. So is there a training like that just to like, does the business intelligence, something that can actually, get me grounded, like the other guy said, grounded internship, just job ready?
Yeah, absolutely. The data analytics program will still take care of that for you, because for business intelligence, you need Excel, advanced Excel, which is going to be covered. You need the Power BI or Tableau, data visualization tool, which will be covered. You need SQL, which will be covered. The only thing probably you don't need as a BI person is Python programming, right? And it doesn't hurt for you to learn it. See, I tell people, it's better for you to have something and don't need it than for you to need something and don't have it. Right? So again, learning it, trust me, will make it fun. Python programming is fun in Black Tech. So again, don't be like one of those that once you hear code, before you hear the team, you run away. No, we'll make it fun.
I've done a couple of Python, but it's still crazy, right? Like, some things are not even making sense. So that's why I just want to start small. I just want to start from the business intelligence and, kind of like grow from the roots down gradually.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. The data analytics program will take care of that for you. You'll be able to do all that, right? When you get to the Python, I will still encourage you to, of course, you're going to see how fun it's going to be. Somebody like Mr. Excel, it takes Excel and Power BI. It makes his class very fun. The same thing with all our faculties. So again, back in secondary school, there are some teachers that when they're coming in, like math teachers, people start going out of the class because probably, why there are some that when they come in, oh, you want to listen because of how fun they make the class to look. So again, you can do it, okay? You can. All right, great. Guys, I think technically I would say we've wrapped up. What I will do is that I will be available probably for like 20 minutes to take on more questions. But I think it makes sense for us to officially end the masterclass. Then those that now have questions, I think, probably about the program, about Black Tech, about NIPCA, or anything else, even career, right now, you don't even know what you want to do with your life now. You are thinking about what you want to do. It's an opportunity. Let's engage. I think it's a good opportunity to talk about it. So let me unmute everybody. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Probably we're going to get a lot of noise at the background. But officially, I think let's appreciate Mr. Excel. Guys, for those that still have questions in respect to Power BI, I would encourage us to drop the question on the Telegram group. Mr. Excel is also there as well. He's going to respond, or any member of the team will respond to you. So let's drop the question in Telegram, and of course, you get responses as well. And remember, the video is going to be uploaded as well. Mr. Remy, is there any timeline when they will be expecting the video?
It should be available by tomorrow morning.
Wow, that is terrific. That is terrific. So guys, you had it. It's going to be available by tomorrow morning. Ewan, can you help with the YouTube link again on the chat so that everyone here can subscribe to the YouTube? Once it's subscribe and click on notification. Once it is uploaded, you will be able to, get that notification, please. Instead of sending email asking for the recording, subscribe to the YouTube. We are making this a sense of what we are trying to do. Democratize information. Okay? You go in there, you see all the videos, informative videos, and you're able to, watch and go over it. You have questions, throw it in the group. NIPCA, Nigerian IT Professionals in Canada, doing great things, amazing stuff. For you to join NIPCA as well, we have your link. Guys, can we have the link as well? You and Remy, please. Let's complete the form and join NIPCA. It's a community. Initially, our focus was on Nigerians, but today we have Ghanaians, we have Kenyans, we have Indians, and again, we don't discriminate, right? It's about goal. The ultimate goal is about professionals, supporting ourselves, and we have one big program coming up, one big program on mentorship, which we are going to be releasing in the month of October. So if you need mentorship, this is the right time to join the community. We are cooking something very heavy. For some of us that attended our last summit, sponsored by RBC, Evolve Tech Summit, you will agree that it was a very, very well attended program. Very, very robust. You talk about professional congregating. Some flew all the way from Saskatchewan, Calgary, different locations, all the way to congregate here in Mississauga, Toronto. Okay? We have a big program coming up, which is mentorship. Let's see how we can mentor you, give you insight, connect you with those that matter, those that have the possibility to link you up to the right places with job referrals and so many things you need. At the end of the day, we want to see Black professionals to succeed. Enough of underemployment, enough of survival job. Let us get let's get Black professionals to really where they belong, which is the mountaintop, right? That is the vision, please. So join NIPCA. The link has just been posted as well, okay? So let me see something huge. Let me see mentorship hiring. Said okay, fantastic. So let's please appreciate Mr. Excel on the chat, guys. Let's appreciate him. He has done terrific. Using 2 hours, it's incredible. He was rushing. He was literally rushing. I can saw it because he wanted to cover more, right? There was not enough time. As he is now, there are so many things he wants to talk about. But I'm dulling the guy right now. I'm dulling him right now because I've prevented him from saying more because of time. So there are more. You want to see more of him? Please, the data analytics program is for you. That is where you're going to see more, where things will be taken gradually, step by step. No rush, because we've got all the time to deal with all this, okay? Mr. Zell, a lot of appreciation on the chat. We thank you so very much for everything. Great insight, great delivery. And next time, we'll want you to use an example of that, in the class. There was this Power BI example that you used about the Premier League. Chelsea,
I know because of the timing.
Yeah, that is one I would have loved you to use, because already, Man U, which is my team, Man U is already doing very well now. I want to see how we can use Power BI to chart and see, where Man U is going to go, if Man U is going to carry the league and all that. I know Chelsea fan will not agree, but I know that will excite so many as well, because when you see how Power BI can be used to chart, a whole lot of things in terms of Premier League and all that, it's amazing, incredible, So thanks every one of you for joining. Let me stop the recording.